Man and Machine is brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors.
Unbelievable! Now we're talking.
Coming up on this episode of Man and Machine, we head back to the Barmedman tractor pull. We get to see these big brutal beasts tear it up under lights. Then we head to Kyneton, Victoria to check out the Torque Off-Road Racing Buggy Club. These buggies have an insane power to weight ratio and I get to drive one. So stay tuned, you're going to love it. Well, the sun's gone down, the temperature's dropped, and you know what that means, don't you? Making horsepower, nice, cool air. It helps forced induction and also naturally aspirated engines. So let's see some serious tractor pulling action. Sit tight, you're gonna love it.
We can watch that, we can get rid of it and stuff there. Righto, turbines to speed, you'll throw it up on the transmission brake. Wind the turbo right up, always a bit more fire for you. Want to get close and turn your eyebrows off, folks. Righto, you can't wind it up. I've got to get ready for the back end of this.
Well, here we are with Dirty Deeds. Woody, the owner of this car, mate, tell us about this beast.
Well, it's a 454 with a bit of work done inside the engine, and it's really built for just getting them wheels a tad in the air. If we can just sneak them wheels up 2 foot off the air, that's where we aim for. We've got to get them up there because the crowd like to see the other minis going on the other track.
They like to see daylight to see across to the other side, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't like to hog the view. We've got to get the view going on the other side.
You're just trying to help out, aren't you?
Ah, yeah, that's right. That's me, the Good Samaritan.
You're always off the dial, mate. This thing is screaming, it's revving hard.
Well, you've got to take your frustrations out somewhere. I'm not allowed to do this at home, so I just do it here. And I urge every male or every female out there that's got problems at home, they need to rev it out. Just rev it. Get on the track and do it.
Rev it up, mate.
Yeah, rev it up. And all you kids out there that need to do it on the track. That's where you've got to do it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And mate, what sort of RPM do you rev this big block to?
Got it set at 7.2. I don't like to take it any more than that because it's a little bit worn inside.
But she's still trucking along all right.
Oh, she likes to buzz on the limiter a bit every now and again.
Well, mate, thanks for talking to us, and I look forward to seeing you out there competing again.
Yes, and good luck to you, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
You're a great man. Keep
You're
up
a great
the good work.
too.
Hey.
I'll hear you later on according to the weather report.
That's it for us here at this tractor pull event. It's been absolutely awesome. Some of the machines and the power these things make is absolutely insane. And the drivers, no fear, absolute bravery. Some of the action out there today was amazing. If you want to get along to a tractor pull event, go to the Australian Tractor Pull Association's website, have a look at their calendar and get yourself down on one. I promise you, you're going to love it. Interested in finding your very own piece of farm machinery? Check out farmmachinerysales.com.au for a massive range of machinery and parts. It's so easy to find your next machine. Just head to farmmachinerysales.com.au, pick your favourite category or select by make, model and more to find the perfect item for you. Shannons Club, a hub for motoring enthusiasts. So join, create your own garage, share pics, videos and stories of your current and past machines, connect with other enthusiasts. Be sure to watch Shannons Club TV with a host of dedicated motoring channels, including past episodes of Man and Machine. So jump on board with Shannons Club. I'll see you on there. We're at the Torque Off-Road Racing Club in Kyneton, Victoria. We're here to see some serious off-road racing. Now they tell me there's some buggies here with powder weight that'll blow your socks off, and I might even get to drive. Let's go and check them out.
This is the Torque Off-Road Racing Club. The club's been around for about 30 years. Originated out of the old 250 Honda Odysseys, 350s, 400 pilots. Being a Odyssey, the club was based on single-seat mini off-road sprint buggies, and you find that the guys are now building either home-designed machines, has to have a minimum of belt drive or chain-driven, single-seat, no greater than 500 kilos in max weight.
What are the most common engines that are used in this type of racing?
Well, they range from Kawasaki through to Hayabusa. With the Suzukis, we've got 600 cc's as the minimum, right up to the Busa, and we do have a couple of ZX14s, which are 1400 cc fuel injected.
How fast are these buggies?
We got up to 135 kilometres an hour at the end of the trap. For the purpose of safety, we limit speed to about 100 kilometres an hour. You could bargain on about 70, 80 k's through the corners, sideways, is pretty hairy. It's unbelievably exhilarating. These things just hammer. As compared to a Group A rally car, it would be in that sort of power to weight ratio. It's just unbelievable.
Well, we've got a pretty wild machine here belonging to Caleb Howard. Caleb, tell us about your beast here.
Glenn, this is one of the first buggies that B&B Off-Road in Ballarat built. It's got a 1300cc Hayabusa engine, equipped with Willwood calipers. We've got an RPM reverse gearbox down here, and it's a hell of a hoot to drive.
Mate, those Busa engines, as they call them, the Busa, the Hayabusa Suzuki engines, are absolutely insane, aren't they?
They are. This engine's a 99. It's probably around 185 to 200 horsepower when it would have been in the bike at the back wheels. We've calculated this car at about 480 horsepower per tonne, so it's a pretty serious weapon.
So in a late model sedan like a Commodore or something, we're talking up and around about probably 600, 700, 800 horsepower.
Yeah, probably every bit of. And when you see the cars going around here, you can see that the traction is an issue.
So they're a bit of a handful?
They are, absolutely. And yeah, just good fun all round to drive. Can't wait to get out there.
Well, here's an interesting machine. It's actually been built by the owner here, Graham Hallam. Graham, tell us about this beast.
Well, it's been around for a number of years now, probably 5 or 6. I did a nighttime TAFE course on fitting and turning, and rather than some of the other guys there were building steam trains and things like that, I figured out that no, I needed a bit more get up and go. The concept of building an off-road buggy seemed to fit that criteria.
And tell us about the engine. What is the engine that's in it now?
It's a Honda VFR 800, which was fuel injected, and it's underpowered compared with some of them. but even so it puts out, I think, about 130 something odd horsepower, and that on a 400 kilogram buggy still produces some pretty exciting ride.
Well, I've got to say I'm a big fan of the VFR 800. I actually had a VFR 800 Honda motorcycle, and they're probably one of the best sounding engines I have ever heard. Well, we're with David Wellington here. Mate, tell us about this machine.
Well, I purchased this buggy, Glenn, probably 3 years ago. It's a CBR 1100 Blackbird motor. It's basically a Piranha shell extended with all the Barracuda running gear.
Those Blackbird engines, I've ridden a Honda Blackbird a few years back, and it was absolutely insane.
Yeah, no, they're great. And they're really good. The way they're geared, you know, we're running sort of 60 sprockets on the back, 60 tooth, and 14 on the front, which really gives them heaps of punch.
And what's it like to drive this thing? How does it feel?
Fantastic, mate. It is really good. It handles well. It holds the track well.
Hi, I'm Dennis. This is my 32 and I run Aeroflow.
Hi, I'm Paul. This is my Attack 56 and I use Aeroflow.
I'm Scott. This is Blown Inheritance. Makes 1,700 horsepower and we depend on Aeroflow.
Hi, I'm Graham Cowan. For race-winning performance, I choose Aeroflow. Aeroflow, way to go.
Aeroflow, manufacturers of professional hose, fittings and a whole range of performance products to suit your vehicle. To download the latest Aeroflow catalogue, go to aeroflowperformance.com. Proud supporters of the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Cars. About this machine?
Oh yeah, I built this buggy at home. Imported the front end from America, which is a Pro-Dot front end. Well, the power plant's a ZX10, it's a 208 model.
That's Kawasaki?
Kawasaki, yeah. It's only done 2,000 Ks, so we mounted the motor in there, redesigned the airbox and put a better air intake on it, and I reckon I get about 190 horsepower out of it. So yeah, no, it goes really well.
We're here with Craig Todd. Looks like he's got a Honda power plant here, mate. Tell us about this buggy.
It's an Edge built from the rear roll bar back, and it's just beefed up a bit for the extra horsepower. The front suspension, that's off of Rorty plans, and yeah, I just sort of matched the rest of it in, mate. It's about 4 years old now. It's been, it's had most of the bugs ironed out in it. It's going along all right, so hopefully have a good day today.
How do you find the experience out there in the sort of more damper conditions compared to the drier conditions? How does it vary?
It's pretty slimy with the wet conditions. Try and lower the tyre pressures a bit to try and get a bit more grip there. But as it dries out, obviously, as you raise the tyre pressures a bit, and if it does get too dry, then it does get a bit slimy as well.
So do they hook up pretty well, these things, when the track's right?
Oh yeah, when the track's just right, there's not much dust, and all the conditions are great. The vision's pretty good. You don't get covered in so bad, and yeah, it makes for really good racing.
Well, with Dave McCall here, and he's got a buggy that's a little bit different to what we've been seeing. Dave, tell us about this machine.
This has a 600cc Ski-Doo snowmobile engine fitted to it through a variable, constant variable transmission. Which is
so it's a two-stroke?
Two-stroke, sort of like an automatic.
Should be a wild ride. The two-strokes aren't usually short on power, are they?
110 horsepower standard, and the buggy weighs about 280 kilos, so the power-to-weight ratio is pretty good.
Amazing. How does it compare to some of those bigger engined buggies out there?
Well, the bigger engines generally mean more weight, so I can generally run with them, and a lot of them you'll see me pass.
Do you find that the two-stroke is fairly explosive in its power delivery compared to some of the other bikes? Does it have much torque down low?
It has got torque down low, but the way the constant variable transmission works is, well, it's completely different from a normal shifter one. If you looked at a shift pattern from say a 4-speed shifter cart, you would have like a sawtooth power graph, whereas these, you tune the clutches to rev to 8,000 RPM where it makes power, and then the clutches shift out, so I stay on my maximum power all the way.
So it's in the sweet spot the whole time?
The whole time. So
that's riding that wave of torque?
It's all, I'm on my peak torque and horsepower 95% of the time.
Wow, that is an amazing concept, isn't it? I know they're using that in motor vehicles a lot these days.
They're starting to now, yeah. That's why you'll see these hook up and pull out of the corners.
Well, talk about keeping it in the family. I've found a father and son team here with Andrew and Dave Taylor. Andrew, tell us about this machine.
This is based on an Edge Products Piranha, but I've done a little bit of work to it to modify it to my needs, and Yes, powered by CBR 1100, 97 model motor, still the last of the carby. Yeah, but it's plenty of horsepower for me, that's for sure.
Sounds good, mate. And David, tell us about your machine.
I've got a ZZR 1100, the white one behind us here, and it's powerful enough for me, I can tell you. It's about 1100cc, so I'm just a bit behind Andrew on speed, but a lot behind on experience, you might say.
But you're having fun?
I'm having a ball.
So you've got a Kawasaki versus Honda deal going on here, mate.
At the moment, yeah. Yeah, but I've got a bit to go yet, but we might get up there one day, yeah, let's hope so. Yeah.
So who's winning at the moment?
Andrew's well and truly in front.
Yeah, you're going to catch him, aren't you?
I'm working on it, yeah, too right I am.
Well, Caleb's been very, very generous and he's going to let me drive this Hayabusa powered beast. I've never driven on dirt like this before. I've done a little bit of autocross over the years, but this is entirely different. I'm sure it's going to be insane, so join me for the ride. This We Know Cars segment is proudly brought to you by Autobarn. Today we're going to talk about car audio. In fact, a name that's been around for many years. One of my long-time favourites, Pioneer. They started from humble beginnings in Tokyo, Japan back in 1938 and today have grown into a huge global company. So in their 75 years, Pioneer have certainly learnt a thing or two about quality audio. In fact, in the Australian car audio industry, they've been market leaders for over 10 years now. That tells me that they've been doing something right. In fact, they always strive to be at the absolute limit of providing the very best technology available, and that is what impresses me. So let's have a look at some of the latest range. When it comes to Pioneer car audio, it doesn't get much better than this AVH series of multimedia units. This master of sound and video will satisfy all your entertainment needs, including music, video, a touch screen, dual zone and 3 RCA high volt pre-outs that let you connect to a series of extra amps, speakers or subs. AVH loves your smartphone as much as you do, providing a level of connectivity, accessibility and usability never experienced before in a car. With app radio mode technology, the AVH lets you control apps stored on a smartphone via the unit's touchscreen. We're talking about Google Maps, GPS navigation, music, internet radio, YouTube, photos, calendar and much, much more. This unit is out of this world. Pioneer have a strong name in car amplifiers and it's no different with their GM series. Big power and small size. These things will blow your socks off. Check out these babies, these 6-inch two-way component speakers with 350 watts. In a nutshell, this equals amazing sound. It's no different with this TS series of Pioneer subwoofers. More bass, more power, greater flexibility. Get powerful, punchy bass in your car from the pedigree of world record-breaking subs. This thing packs a mean punch. Autobarn offer a full car audio installation service and it's backed by a national lifetime warranty. That's right, lifetime warranty. Autobarn installers are all car audio fanatics. It's their life, they live and breathe it. You can be assured they'll take great pride in each installation and treat your car like it was their own. But the installation is one thing, tuning the system is another. And that's an area where Autobarn technicians specialise in to make sure that when you drive out the door, that system is tuned to perfection. So when it comes to car audio with Pioneer and Autobarn, you can be assured you're in the right hands. A perfect package. So whether it be an early classic with a system starting from scratch or an upgrade to your brand new vehicle, Pioneer Car Audio have you covered. And so do Autobarn. They have the knowledge, the friendly staff, the experience and the installation service to offer you a one-stop shop. Drive your car in and drive it out with some incredible Pioneer sound. And stay tuned for an upcoming episode of Man and Machine where we show you the Pioneer Camaro. That is going to be awesome.
When I'm not listening to my engine, I'm enjoying my awesome sound system, fitted by Autobarn.
Choose from these hot Pioneer products. Bluetooth touchscreen multimedia center with bonus reversing camera, $489. Two-way speakers for $44.99 a pair. And this 400-watt amp for only $99. Or for great Christmas value, $89 will get you this fantastic media player and two-way speaker package. Care for your car with this Meguiar's Ultimate Shine gift bucket, $95 value for only $49.99. And light the way with Philips Blue Vision Ultra 4000K glow packs from a low $49.99.
Autobarn, we know how to get you there.
Well, here we go. This should be an experience. Never driven anything like this before, let alone on dirt. Gee, the clutch is heavy. Gear shift feels precise, but boy, the engine also feels very responsive. This baby's got power, I just know it, I can feel it. Alright, let's get out of the track. Just got to ease my way into this thing. I don't want to try and be a hero and put it off into the scrub. I think it's just best to dial into the buggy, just build my way up. I couldn't think of any worse conditions to have had to have been in something like this for the first time. It's going to be real slippery out here.
Yeah, baby. Sort of a cross between an ocean and a racetrack. It's like driving around an ice rink. Woo! What an animal! It's a shame it's so slippery, though. I could really unleash this thing. It takes a lot of concentration, this. Got a lock diff in it. Has a bit of a pendulum effect. Be nice to be able to see. It's ridiculous. Woo! But I'm loving it. Yeah! Woo! Well, that's what happens in the wet. You gotta get back on the horse and keep going. Woo! Yeah! Born to do this! Through river! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Oh yeah! Man, this thing's fast! It's damn fast! Just settle down, Glennie. I want to go fast, that's the problem. It's very easy to get carried away. You start getting confident, and that's where you push it too far. The problem is I'm eating a lot of mud at the moment. I'm drinking a lot of muddy water. Don't you love the sound of that sweet engine? You just know this thing's got power. Very slippery. Damn, it's slippery. Probably best to short shift, keep the RPM down low, keep a taller gear. That's it. That's it. Turning early here, I reckon. That's better. This thing raps on speed so fast, it'll catch you out. Sort of like balancing the car on ice. Oh yeah, baby. You know you want it. I'm just the man to give it to you. Wow! Oh, I'd love to be able to see. That was amazing. Oh. Oh. That was incredible, but very, very wet and damp out there. Horrendous conditions, probably the worst I could have ever have driven something like this for the first time. It was a combination of oceans, mud, some of the track was okay, you could hook the thing up. You had to be real careful because once you got a bit of speed going, it sort of caught you by surprise. It was sort of deceiving because the corner would be so muddy that you'd sort of lock up a brake and it'd want to push really hard towards the corner. So with the lock diff as well, and it tended to wanted to turn me around a couple of times. I was trying to explore the limits, but such huge varying conditions out there, it was amazing. But damn, that was good fun. I'd love to try it in the dry. Well, it's been a great day here with some super off-road racing.
It's been muddy, it's been wet, but at least I got to drive one of these things and get a bit of an idea of how much fun they are. I can't wait to get back up here in the dry and put one of these things through their paces and get the thing to hook up. Unfortunately, I had a few spins, but these things happen, and that's what happens when you're pushing to the limit. If you want to get into off-road racing, go to talk.com.au. Check the website out. They'll tell you everything you need to go to get into this affordable racing. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Man and Machine. Coming up on the next episode of Man and Machine, we go to the Geelong Revival Motoring Festival. This is a huge event. Tyre smoking action, show and shine, cars, bikes and people everywhere. This event is amazing. Don't miss it. Be sure to tune in. Man and Machine is brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors.